All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. Now, things have gone from bad to worse for the Dallas Cowboys as they were blown out at home on Monday night, courtesy of the Arizona Cardinals. You look at the Dallas Cowboys, they lost that contest by a score of 38-10. And offensively and defensively, they never seemed to be in sync. It was a bad first start for Andy Dalton. Of course, he is making his first start, or he made his first start as he replaced the injured quarterback Dak Prescott. And it's basically Andy Dalton's job to lose for the rest of the season. And aside from the miscues of Andy Dalton, because he did play bad, the Cowboys could not get out of their way with the turnovers. We saw, fumbles, of course, the interceptions by Dalton. On top of that, porous defensive play, which has been front and center all year long. And now you have a situation, if you're Dallas, you're looking at now anonymous players speaking to the media and questioning the coaching. The thing about it is this: Mike McCarthy is in his first year as a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He's not going anywhere because Jerry Jones is not going to pay Mike McCarthy and then hire another head coach while he still has to pay McCarthy. So if you're a Dallas Cowboy player and you're frustrated with McCarthy, he's the guy you're going to see for the next couple of years. What could happen is in the offseason, there could be some tweaks made to the coaching staff, but that's a long ways away because we haven't even reached the halfway point of the 2020 season. We've also seen the mounting injuries for the Dallas Cowboys, especially on the offensive line. But more importantly, right now, there's a lack of leadership on this team. And I say that because, Dallas came into this contest 2-3 with a record of 2-3. Even though they lost, they are still in first place in the NFC East. So that just lets you know how bad that this division is. However, the Cowboys rallied around the injury to Dak Prescott the week before to come back and defeat the New York Giants in what is looking right now as a very big win for Dallas. However, you have to try to find a way to get some momentum off of that victory. Build off of that. Recognize that Andy Dalton is your guy at quarterback going forward and step up and support him. And that's on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Guys have to step up and make plays. And this Dallas Cowboys team simply has been unable to rise to the occasion. And in times like this, when you have the injuries, when you've lost your starting quarterbacks, this is when teams need to come together and be unified. And unfortunately for the Dallas Cowboys, they've decided to go in the other direction and start with the finger pointing. And of course, winning can mask problems, but when you lose, it brings all of that ugliness to the surface. And now we're seeing that ugliness. And it's a situation where if you're telling me that here in October, in the first year of Mike McCarthy's tenure as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, that players are questioning the coaching ability, what that shows me is, they never really bought in. And I'm not saying that to excuse Mike McCarthy, because his tenure with the Green Bay Packers did not end on a pretty good level, to say the least. And I think some of that has carried over to the Dallas Cowboys now. But with that said, these players I really don't think have ever bought in fully to what Mike McCarthy is selling. So what that sounds like to me is we're going to see some roster overhaul, especially on the defensive side of the ball heading into 2021. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, like I said before, you still have a great opportunity to win this division. You've got Washington on the road this Sunday, which is followed by a road game with Philly. And then you have Pittsburgh at home before you head into your bye week. Dallas really wants to try to find a way to come out of this 4-5. If Dallas can come out of this stretch with the record of 4-5, they'll really be smelling like a rose. But right now, the way that the Cowboys are talking, the way that the Cowboys are playing, this seems like a team that's going to be picking in the top 10 of the draft. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to win this division with a record of 5-11 or 6-10 and be first round cannon fodder? Or do you want to turn around and have a top 10 pick in the 2021 draft? We'll have to wait and see how this is going to play out for the 2020 Dallas Cowboys. But right now, this is sounding like a team that is ready to give up on 2020. I was in the camp that, Following the Dak injury, I said, hey, this team is going to rally around Andy Dalton. He's shown that he could do it in the regular season before in the NFL, and now this team is going to try to step up and make some plays. That didn't happen. We still have plenty of time in this season to see if the Cowboys can get things turned around. But once the finger pointing begins, it is never a good look. Now, they looked bad versus the Cardinals at home. And that's a game right there where you would say, you know what, put your pride up there, dead in the middle of your chest, and set out there and go out and make some plays. If they cannot find a way to get their act together versus Washington this Sunday, this could be a very long season for the Dallas Cowboys. I've said it before for the past couple of years. I know people have wanted to blame Jason Garrett when he, the former Cowboys head coach, who is currently the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants. But all of this falls into the lap of Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys team owner / president / ball boy / bus driver. All the different hats that he wears down there at Jerry World, this falls on him. Because the bottom line is there is no cohesion, there is no leadership with this team, and we're seeing it right now. Will these Cowboys rise to the occasion? We'll have to wait and see. But if you're talking about following a Week 6 loss to the Cardinals at home, that the finger pointing has begun, this is not a recipe for success for the 2020 Cowboys. And it's a shame because the division is there right there for the taking. Somebody has to step up and win this division. Somebody has to step up and make a play if you're the Dallas Cowboys. And with a lack of leadership, this could be a very long season down in North Texas. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. I want to thank all of the subscribers out there. And if you have not yet already, please feel free to click on the subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. Also, if you're on Twitter, like I said, once again, please feel free to check me out at 300 Pounds of Sports and just continue to listen to the content on this channel. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.